Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel, and here's a headline from crypto media outlet You Today. Ripple and Chris Larsen help shift 30 million XRP, while coin remains in 55 cents range. Now, part of the reason I want to talk about this is because I'm not convinced it's true. And if it is, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. And Chris Larsen, of course, he's a co-founder of Ripple, has like 11 billion XRP, so super duper. I'm of the mindset, like, I don't care how much XRP he wants to sell. I don't care if somebody else has more money than me. I don't do the whole jealousy thing. Not a fan of class warfare, all that crap. And so if somebody owns an asset, in this case, Chris Larsen owns a bunch of XRP, it is an asset. If he wants to sell some of it, he's got every right. The only point in time in which potentially I could ever take beef with it is if there's so much sold at once that it's measurably impacting the market rate of XRP. I don't believe that would ever... I don't think he'd want to do that because it wouldn't be good for his holdings either because he couldn't sell it fast enough without it crashing. So I don't believe he'd do that. But if he wants to sell it and make a whole bunch more money in the meantime, what the hell do I care? You know, it's such a small percent of volume, what he's sold, what Brad Garlinghouse has sold, what Ripple has sold, that it functionally doesn't matter. Still, I found the story interesting because if this is true, what crypto media outlet You Today is saying, it's fascinating. Not that it matters. Like, I think he's got every right to sell whatever XRP he wants, certainly from a legal perspective. It'd just be neat to know, like, if he's selling from his personal stash, despite what's going on with the SEC versus Ripple, and the SEC versus Chris Larsen, and the SEC versus Brad Garlinghouse. But I do want to be clear, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And so you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm nothing more than an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos having to do with XRP and crypto in general. As a hobby. That's it. That is all that it is. All right, so let's go ahead and dig in, and I'll explain why I'm not convinced, and maybe you guys can help me get to the bottom of this, because I know some of you all out there like to do a bit of digging and might have better digging approaches for just to get all sorts of information than I'm aware of or that I have. But that's what I like. We're a community and we work together to just try to figure stuff out here. But anyway. Whale Alert crypto tracking bot has spotted 30 million XRP moved in 3 transfers over the past 16 hours, which constitutes $16.2 million in fiat. And they have the subheading: Chris Larsen and Ripple help shift $30 million XRP. 2 of these transactions were performed by Ripple fintech giant affiliated with XRP, and the company's co-founder and former CEO, Chris Larsen. The high-profile Ripple executive transferred 10 million XRP to the Binance exchange. And I thought, did he? You're telling me Chris Larsen transferred XRP to Binance. So I went to the whale alert that they were talking about. Here it is on the screen. You can see 10 million XRP, worth 5.39 million United States dollars at the time anyway, transferred from unknown wallet to Binance. Now, the fact that it says transferred from unknown wallet, that's not surprising. The way in which Whale Alert pulls data doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't a name associated with it. It doesn't mean it's not known. It just means the way that Whale Alert's pulling the data, it's just not expressing to us. And okay, so that's fine. Set that behind us. So that in and of itself doesn't mean that it's not Chris Larsen. But still, I was like, let's look into this. So I clicked on the link. And then you can see here are the addresses, the from address and the to address. And so here's the from address. You can see, there you go. On February 17th, 10 million XRP moving on the ledger. And it went to this address, which indeed is a Binance address. And you can tell, like, obviously, this is a shared address. And so for those of you not in the know, if you ever notice when you're moving your XRP specifically on or off an exchange, you typically, almost 100% of the time, have to input a destination tag. Well, if you're moving to the exchange specifically, because you may not be aware of this, but the XRP held on almost all cryptocurrency exchanges, it's actually a shared wallet. The destination tag is like your little sub address indicating which portion of it is yours. But it's all in one wallet with tons of different people's XRP. And so clearly, it's clear. You can see by the transactions here. Yes, this is a Binance wallet. You can see it was activated July 19th, 2020. It even states it's Binance here. Okay. And there's like endless transactions of all different sizes, and which is what you'd expect to see from a hot wallet that is shared by tons and tons and tons of different people, right? So that's not surprising. So then you might think, okay, well, if Chris Larsen moved 10 million XRP to Binance, Do you guys do realize that United States citizens cannot use Binance, right? There's Binance US, we can use that, but this isn't Binance US. This is Binance, the original, which I used until they outlawed, outlawed's the wrong word, but until Binance no longer allowed United States citizens to use it. And there were legal reasons behind them saying, no, United States citizens can no longer use Binance. You have to, if you want to keep working with our company, you got to use our United States. There's a whole new exchange, frankly. You buy Binance US. It's just, the same ownership, fine. So I was thinking, okay, why would Chris Larsen, United States citizen, send 10 million XRP to an exchange that he can't use? And so, to me, that doesn't add up. And so there is no name associated with the From account. So I'm, unless I'm missing something, if I am, that's fine. It's, I'm not going to catch everything, but I'm not convinced that this story is true. If it is, then that's fine. I'll be happy to mention that in a future video. But if you can verify or disprove it, then let me know. But, I started digging through for some of these transactions where else the rest of this is going, hoping I could see something with Chris Larsen's name on it or something like that. And I can't. So I don't know what the hell this wallet is, but it's a major wallet. I don't know if it's something associated with Ripple. I do not know. But I can't imagine that Chris Larsen would be specifically sending 10 million XRP to unload it on Binance, which is not an exchange that the United States citizens can use. So I don't know. You guys tell me if I'm perhaps missing something. Maybe I am, but I'm just until then I'm putting a big question mark over the story and saying I don't think this is actually true here. And again, if he wants to sell his XRP, I personally don't care. There's some of the community that disagree. That's fine. We can respectfully disagree. I'm all about diversity of thought, but I say if you own something and you want to sell it and it's part of your compensation package, especially, go for it. I don't care. It does not affect me. I mean, unless it did affect me, like if you were unloading it by the truckload. But again, that would hurt his holdings too. So I don't think that's going to happen. Also, I wanted to highlight this. This is from Cointelegraph. India crypto ban is like banning internet, says former Coinbase CTO. Yes, and indeed, looks like India is trying to just say no to crypto in general. I talked about this, 2 or 3 days ago in a video. Because, as far as Ripple building out the internet of value and improving remittance situations for people in India, they can't do it. I mean, maybe you could with just the messaging portion of RippleNet, but not the settlement layer utilizing XRP as a bridge currency with this current environment. It's very, this is worse than what's happening in the United States. And mind you, the SEC is going after Ripple, claiming they're selling XRP as an unregistered security. This is worse. They're saying, nah, just no cryptocurrency. We don't want it. Can you imagine? The economic implications of this, because the world's going to pass you by. And so I made a video and I was kind of talking about a number of reasons where I was just like, it's not good for Ripple, but it's also not good for the people in India that can no longer get blazing fast, much cheaper remittances unless there's some sort of exemption and a minimum made for XRP or something like that. But there's no talk even close to that. And so that's why I found this piece interesting. Former Coinbase chief technology officer who's, should I even try and say this? Or should I just call this individual John for the rest of the... I can say John. If I use the name John in place of the real name, then I don't have to try this one. What do you guys think? What fun would that be? All right, let's try this. Yeah. Here we go. Former Coinbase chief technology officer Balaji Srinivasan nailed it. Thinks India's impending cryptocurrency ban would be akin to banning the internet and could cost the country trillions of dollars in potential profits. Speaking in an interview with the Cap Table, Srinivasan said a blanket ban on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies would simply redirect trade revenue to nearby Asian markets, amounting to $1 trillion mistake for India. And here is a quote. It's really important that the ban, India's plan to ban owning, trading, mining, or investing in cryptocurrency, should not go through. It would be $1 trillion mistake for India without exaggeration. And the piece continues. On Thursday, an anonymous senior finance ministry official told Bloomberg that the upcoming ban was very likely to occur, revealing that crypto holders will have 3 to 6 months to convert their funds back into legal tender. The cryptocurrency and regulation of official digital currency bill was introduced in late January, and it also lays the groundwork for an official digital currency issued and overseen by the Reserve Bank of India. Now, an angel investor and entrepreneur suggested that India could end up 20% poorer than it otherwise would be over the next 5 years should the ban go through. The former general partner at Andreessen Horowitz said that a cryptocurrency ban would effectively stop the financial internet from taking root in India. Ba-bam, exactly. And any nation that does it, you can do it. But it's to your own detriment. That's what I don't believe for a second you're going to see like this in the United States, but still what's happening currently with the SEC versus Ripple is bad enough because the implications for every other cryptocurrency on the planet, it could be dire, truly. And I don't think it will be. I'm an optimist. I'm a realist, but I'm also an optimist. I just don't believe it's going to happen, but it's still kind of, I get it. It's a scary thing. There's an unknown, but check out this quote. India could get 20% poorer from what it could have achieved over the 5-year term. It is almost like banning the internet for 5 years. The losses add up a lot. It would be a reversal of economic liberalization in many ways. It would basically be banning the financial internet from entering the country, and it wouldn't even achieve the desired objective. Exactly, freaking killing it. And then they wrap up by stating, although the ban targets all cryptocurrency holders, its effects on individuals could be less impactful than its effects on traders and businesses. With the use of cold storage wallets and by retaining control of their own private keys, Indian citizens on the ground level could still potentially skirt any anti-crypto legislation, but would naturally face difficulties when trying to cash out. Yeah, no kidding. So if you take a longer term approach, because look, even if this does go into effect, which it could, I don't know if it will, everybody seems to think it's likely it will. If you're one of those people that ends up, instead of cashing out, just saying, no, screw you, and holding, even if they can't cash out, like until this is all straight. Because imagine, look, yeah, it's going to become increasingly clear as more years pass. Crypto's not going away. India will be forced to come around at some point. I believe that. If a ban takes place. And so those people that end up holding, even if they can't cash out, they can watch the price from afar, what happens, even though they can't participate. And then when level heads prevail, they could have a seriously tremendous cash out day at some point way in the future. Be like, what? You wanted me to cash out? Well, I did, son. And then all the cryptocurrency exchanges come back online, and they've been holding for what, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. I mean, there could be some people where you see stories like that a decade from now, or however long it takes, if this goes into effect. But again, even if it does. And even if it's said to be a permanent thing, it will be. Other than a country like North Korea, like I find them, whatever they want to do that's dictatorial, fine. But outside of that, I don't think there's going to be a nation, with rare exception, that completely, for decades to come, outlaws all crypto transactions. That's pure idiocy. And this is idiocy. Don't get me wrong, this is idiocy, but we'll see if it takes effect, and if so, how long. So, I don't know. Interesting stuff. Some people are just stupid and really don't get the big picture. But anyway, I'll wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.